Good evening, my friends. Welcome in. Come on in and get comfy. Looks like I'm in the right place this week. Woohoo! Bonus already. All right. Oh, hey, Lisa. Good to see ya. Debbie Clark's here. Hello, hello. All righty. See if my computer's gonna like it tonight. Welcome, welcome. Are you guys ready for Christmas? Can you believe in 1 week it will be Christmas Day? I cannot believe that. Unbelievable. Alrighty, so come on in, make yourself comfy. We're gonna get started in just a few seconds. We're gonna give people a chance to pop on and find us. All right, looks good. And I can see comments tonight. Woohoo! That's exciting. All right. So we're getting ready for Christmas around here, getting things done. Mike and I got some things done today, which was great. But it's nice because he's only working a couple of days and then he's off till after Christmas. So we are very happy about that. Very happy indeed. Hey, Debbie Colby. Hey, Debbie Colby, it's Sunday night. Gotta keep her up on what day it is. Okay, well, it is so great to have you guys here with me tonight, you ladies. Hi, Kathy Weir. We're gonna get started, and I want to make sure that I tell you first about the January to June mini catalog, the paper share. Hey, Julie, good to see you. Good to see you. Hello from Ohio. Tonight, I'm going to tell you about the January to June mini catalog paper share. I just posted this and sent it out yesterday. I posted it on the Facebook page here today. But this new catalog starts right at the beginning of January. I think it's January 4th. So you're going to want to, if you haven't, let me know if you don't have that catalog yet. I'd be happy to send you one in the mail. They're free. If you have purchased from me in the last year, you should have already gotten one, or it should be arriving this week because Stampin' Up! Mailed those out. But for the paper share, you're going to get a little bit of all of the designer papers that are listed right here in the catalog, which these are gorgeous, I have to say. I'm very excited. These pictures don't do them justice, obviously, never does. But it's 96 pieces of designer paper from 8 different packs. So that's really, really fun. And it's $33 for all of that paper. It comes in a clear 6x6 envelope for each different paper with all of the coordinating colors listed that are in those papers on the envelopes. So you'll know exactly what color cardstock you'll need to use with your paper, which is always fabulous. But that's one of the reasons Stampin' Up's so awesome, because all of our colors coordinate, and we always know. So like I said, 96 pieces, and they're all 6x6 except for this new Abstract Beauty paper. This one is a new one they're doing in 4x6s, and you'll still get 12 sheets, but it's a new size. So those are 4x6s, and we'll be working with those in the coming months or so. So take a peek at that. Like I said, it's here on the page, and if you're on my email list, you should have already gotten that in your email inbox. Okie doke. So you want to sign up for this. I will be emailing out invoices on the 28th. I'm not allowed to take money that far in advance, so I will be sending emails on the 28th, and you can pay your invoices. Everything has to be paid by January 2nd, so I can order all of the paper on January 4th when it goes live. So be sure to get yours in there so you're counted in that group for the paper share. Okie doke. All right. Thank you. Thanks everybody for sharing. Hi, Millie. So tonight I thought we'd do something fun. I know probably everybody's tired of Christmas cards and all of that. I'm going to do a project tonight, and this one isn't specifically a Christmas card. I thought this would be a great little project because I don't know about you, but well, since I taught kindergarten, I used to always need thank you notes during Christmas. And people are dropping gifts off and that kind of thing. So we're going to do a fun little fold for thank you notes and a little twist on thank you notes. And we're going to do this little pouch, this little purse that goes with it. And I decorated this using the, what is it? Hang on, I got it. I just moved the stamp set, so now I can't. So Sweet Stockings, sorry, Sweet Stockings. This is some of that paper that I have. I don't have much left, but this has a little magnet on it, and I'll post the link for these stinking cute little magnets. And these just closes, and how cool is that? I have looked for these for so long, and I've ordered and ordered and gotten the wrong ones. This time my friend Angie hooked me up and I got the right ones. So these are from a company. This one's called Total Element that I ordered these from. And these are actually 1/8 of an inch by 1/32 of an inch. And I'll post, like I said, I'll post the link. But these are perfect for any of your little projects where you need those little closures. You don't want to use a big piece of Velcro or anything. So really, really fun. So we're going to make this little pouch, and you can use this for all sorts of projects. But when we open it up, one of the cards that I already made is in here, and you can see that paper on the inside. This one has little cats on it. So really cute little designer paper. So use that paper up so you can get some of the new in the paper share. All right, so there's the little purse. And then here's our little card that we're going to make to go in it. I have this one, obviously. I'm going to put another one in there. This one says, "You warm my heart." Now, the reason I use that is because like I said, didn't want this to be specifically Christmas, but I wanted to be able to use it as a thank you card. So you can switch it up to whatever stamp set you would like. But I'm using the Encircled in Warmth. I'm going to use this, "You Warm My Heart," and "Wishing you love, joy, and happiness this coming year." So I thought that would be perfect for a little thank you note for Christmas gifts. So here's our little card right here. So I just mimicked the card on the front of my box because I loved the little design. So it's just one of the little double triangle cards. Look at that little bird holding a little note. Isn't he cute? When you open it up, it just opens up into two triangles, which I thought was really fun. So "Wishing you love and happiness this coming year." So I thought it'd be a great little thank you note. So we're going to get busy. We're going to make this, and I'm going to show you how to make the little purse to put it in. So let's do our little card first. I am so happy you all are here. All right, so you're going to need your paper trimmer. And you can do your scoring one of two ways. So you're going to get two cards out of one piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. So you can go ahead and score it both sides, both directions in half. So 4 1/4 this way, 5 1/2 this way. Or you can wait until you're done if you want to make sure that your card is completely square, which, no chance of it being little cattywampus. But I'm going to go ahead and do mine before I cut it. And it's just score once and then cut once. So I'm going to do 4 1/4 this way. Turn it around. 5 1/2 this way. So we're just doing those 4 quadrants on that one piece of cardstock. 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. Now, I'm going to lift up my guide here because this is a big piece when you do it diagonally. So what I want to do is I want to put it on the little track of my trimmer with a point in the track at the top and a point at the bottom. Now you're not going to get the whole cut when you do this. You'll get most of it, but you're not going to get the whole thing. If you have a larger trimmer, you can use that. But I am going to, I'm going to do one cut this way, and then I'll trim with my scissors with the rest of the way, okay? So I'm just going to bring this down, cut that diagonally, and you can see what I mean. See how right here you see that little little bit where it didn't quite get it, that's okay. Fold on that little point there. And then we'll just cut off the little section that didn't make it in our track. And that's just the size of the trimmer. So actually, I'm gonna do it this way. Just go at the corner and then just cut right up to that line, okay? And then on this side, it caught just a little bit right there. It did actually go to the bottom. Just gonna pop that and then just trim this little piece off. Now I heard something the other day I thought was kind of interesting. Another demo was talking about when you get fuzzy line or fuzzy edges on your cards and you think, oh my gosh, my blade's dull already. Not necessarily. You want to check the cardstock that you're using because the cardstocks are not all the same. They're the same thickness, but it's just different fiber makeup in the different colors. And sometimes if you're cutting against the grain, you're going to get that fuzzy edge. So if you do, just take a little nail file. You can take your a sanding block, whatever you want, and just rub that edge and get those little edges off. But you need to check your blade because they're not always dull. It could just be that you're going against the grain of the paper, and that's why that happens. Okay, a little tip for Sunday night. All right, so the 8.5 by 11, I get 2 card bases out of that, all right? So I'm gonna just use one of these and bring in my bone folder, and we're gonna fold this little flap down. And then we'll fold this one over on the score lines. So it is quite an easy fold, but you can make it as detailed or as simple as you would like. Oop, I got a little piece there. All right, so now that I have that done, I'm going to cut the pieces for my front 2 panels. So the piece for the pool party little mats here on the back, this is going to be a piece that is 4 by 5 1/4. And you're just going to cut this diagonally. Now you don't have to think about which way you're cutting this one because you're going to, there's no pattern on it, so you don't have to worry about that. And you'll see, whoop, got my sweatshirt caught. You'll see what I mean when we do our designer paper. So I'm going to cut that in half and then have one for the top and one for the bottom, just like that, okay? There it goes. Now, for the designer series paper, oh, I picked out that other pattern. I don't think I want that one. Let's see if I have. I think I have another little piece of. Look at the little puppies, aren't they the cutest? Right here. Here's another piece with the bulbs on it. It has that pool party grid on the back. So the piece for your designer paper triangles on the front, this is going to measure. I didn't put the sticker on it. This is going to measure 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, 3 3/4 by 5. Now, this is what I'm talking about, paying attention to which way you're cutting. So you're going to need the piece at the top. If it's directional, you want to make sure it's going in the right direction. So this piece of the little stitched, looks like a stitched sweater, I was going to use this side of the paper for one of the cards I did earlier. Well, I cut it on the diagonal, but I should have cut it the other direction because I wanted this triangle to be in the top corner, and it doesn't matter which way I turn it, that triangle is not going to be in that top corner. Okay, so it would have to be this side. So I would have this here and this here, which you could totally do. It was just not what I was going for. Look at the little kitty cats. Doesn't it look like Grumpy Cat? So anyway, so pay attention when you're cutting your designer paper of which one is going to be up here in your top left corner. So, like I said, we're going to need a piece that is 3 3/4 by 5. So here's our 3 3/4 by 5. Hi everyone, so good to see you. There we go. Okay, so now, like I said, I have the little bulbs. It doesn't matter which direction. Wouldn't matter either way. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut it in half diagonally. And we'll have one for the top and one for the bottom. Okie doke. Then you need a piece for the inside. And the piece for your inside is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. 4 by 5 1/4. So if you'd rather make a mat for it so it's got a little color on the inside, you could totally do that. I just decided to save on cardstock and use just my white layer. So 4 by 5 1/4. So this is my little inside piece. Marcy, I just love the name of that town. Bonnie Lake. It just makes me happy. All right, so those are the pieces for our card. So let's start assembling. Oh, I forgot. So I needed a cardstock circle, and I used the pool party for this one. Gosh, I have a frog in my throat. I used the pool party for this one, and this one is from the layering circle dies. So this is the second to largest, I want to say second to largest scallop circle that's in there. So it goes there. Now my white one has gotten buried. Where did you go? You were here. Here you are. And then I did a coordinating basic white circle we're going to stamp our sentiment on, and it's going to get layered and have just that little bit of the pool party around the edge. Okay, just a little teeny bit. Okie dokie. So let's take our sentiment first. This You Warm My Heart sentiment was the main reason I bought the stamp set. I loved this font. I loved the way it was designed. I just love everything about it. So this one, this was the reason I bought it. All right, so we'll just put this on our circle and give it a little press. Hope I don't catch an edge. I didn't catch an edge. Woohoo! All right, while I have my ink out, I'm going to go ahead and do the inside sentiment. Again, this one's 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to do that. Wishing you love, joy, and happiness this coming year. Now, if you wanted to go ahead and put your thank you sentiment in the inside, you could do that. But I liked this one, and then I'll just write the thank you note on it. But oh my gosh, did I ever need thank you notes when I was teaching. It was every day. It was great. They spoiled us so much. All right, so I left myself plenty of room to write. So let's bring in our card base. All right. Where did I lay the bone folder? Oh, here it is. Under the ink pad, of course. So you want to make this good and crisp. Varnish it nice. A couple of times. Like that. I'm going to go ahead and put my sentiment here on the inside. Like so. This is such a great, quick, fun fold to do. And you can use up your paper scraps, which is always a bonus. All right, so wait, why did that not match? I scored it wrong. Michelle Sued, what happened to you? Let's try this one. Ooh, goodness gracious. I was rushing. Let's try it on this one, shall we? Phew. Good thing I have a lot of cardstock here, huh? Keeping it real, people. Keeping it real. 1, 2. Oh, so much better. Woo! All right, so there's that. So now we'll take our pieces for the triangle sections, and we will adhere them. So you could use whatever adhesive you want. If you wanted to use liquid glue on this, you could. I'm just using some Stampin' Seal. There we go. Like that. And we'll do this one. I love it so much. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. Oh, I forgot to call or pull tonight's winner. Look on it. Lindsay and I actually got to go shopping with my mom today, which was such a treat. We'll call ourselves the Lady Triplets. Lindsay always calls, when we go out, she always calls us the Lady Twins. So when Nanny went with us, she called us the Lady Triplets. So that was quite a treat today. And Lindsay got to pick out her new coat for Christmas. I don't see my sanding block here. I'll have to sand that little edge off. Okay, there's that. Now, I'm going to go ahead. We'll glue these on the front. Stinking cute. I love making thank you notes. It's so much fun. Oops. And like I said, this paper is non-directional, so it just has Christmas lights all over it. But I, have seen before. In fact, I think I've given it as gifts before to a bride at her shower. I've given, with my gift, I've given a little packet of thank you notes, personalized for her to use because, brides need lots of thank you notes. And it's they always get so excited because they didn't have to go buy thank you notes and they get personalized handmade thank you notes. So win-win. All right, so there's our front. So we'll bring in some dimensionals and we're gonna pop up this You Warm My Heart. Put one in the middle, no droopy middles. Oops. You ladies still there? Somebody give me a thumbs up or a heart. Somebody's watching Hallmark or football too, huh? Hey, I multitask. I'm the queen multitasker, so. All right, there's that. Oh, there's somebody. Yay! All right, so I'm going to put this on with that little teeny scallop border around it. So stinking cute. Like that. Then I'm going to bring in some of this gorgeous gold shimmer ribbon. This is so beautiful. So glad I got this. I actually have some of this to give away tonight. So be sure you share. All right, so I'm going to make a little bow. This one makes gorgeous bows, by the way, this ribbon. We'll trim that off once we get it on there. Do you ever use black? I do when I have them in stock. I use so many black dimensionals through Halloween and fall, and I just, when I started ordering again, I didn't order the black to replenish what I had, which I should have because I still need them. But love the black ones too, yes. All right, so we need, for our little bow, I'm going to put a glue dot on here. And I'm going to glue my bow over to the top left side. Well, just scoot it back just a touch. There we go. And I'll trim the ribbon when we get going. All right, where is my little bird? So this little bird is in the midst, in and amongst the little cats on this little piece here. And it's a quick one to fussy cut. It's not difficult. As you know me, I don't fussy cut tons, but mostly because my hands shake. But this one's an easy one to trim out. And it's nice to have that little white around the edge. And with this one, it really doesn't matter because we're using white, something with white background in it. So you don't need to worry about that. Having that little cloud of white around it. All right, so there's our little bird. And I need another little glue dot. Let's take your pick tool. I'm going to put that right in the center of my bow. There. And this will pop our little birdie up right there. Isn't it cute? My goodness. So cute. Okay, so we'll bring our card back in. Now, when you open your card, this card is going to open from the bottom, obviously. So we're going to just glue behind this bottom part of the circle. So right and then top, okay? This way and then this way. So make sure when you glue your circle on, you're only gluing it down here. All right, so I'm going to take a little bit of liquid glue. And I'm going to just kind of eyeball this here. And I'm not going to fill that whole section with glue, but I just want to add some in here to hold that. And it's better to put it on the card than it is on here, because if you put it on the back and you misjudged where you're going to put it, it's just easier to fix if you have it on the card first. Okay. All right, you warm my heart. Give it a little press. All right, now we'll set this aside and let it dry while we make our little purse. But I think that's so cute for a little thank you note. Yay. All right. So, put this over. So, for the little purse we're going to make, you will need a piece of designer series paper. And the designer series paper is going to measure 6 by 10.5. So here it is, 6 by 10.5. Now, when I made my bag, I wanted to make sure when I open it up, and this is just me being me, when you open it up, my cats back here were the right side up. So if I'm looking in there, I see the cats looking up instead of upside down. Now, the ones over here, they're upside down, but I don't really care because this is what you're going to see the most when you open up your little purse, okay? So, in order to do that, having that at the top, you have to make sure when you're putting it together that you have that going in the right direction. So this is 6 by 10.5. Now, this is, I don't know about you guys, this is how when I write my directions, this is how I do mine. If I'm going to be scoring with the whatever side, the 10.5 inch side on this one, I'm going to score it 4.5 and 6. I put arrows from the dimension that I'm going to be scoring. So see, this one says I'm going to have 2 pieces, 2 by 6, and on with the 2 inch side across the top, I'm going to score at these. And with the 6 inch side, I'm going to score here. That's how I do my notes to myself. Just a little, I don't know. That's how I roll. Okay, so let's get out our scoreboard because it's much easier to use simply score it. All right, so with the 10.5 inch side at the top, we are going to score at 4.5 and 6. 4.5 and 6. Okay, and I'm just going to fold these so they're nice and burnished. Okay, so when I put this together, this will be the back of the bag on the inside. Okay, so I'll go like this. All right, there's that. Now, you will need, for the sides of your bag, you're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock that measure 2 inches by 6 inches. All right, so we're going to bring in, need some more cherry cobbler. Oops. You're going to need 2 pieces of cherry cobbler. And these will measure, let's just do 6. These will measure 2 by 6. So 2 by 6, 2 times. All right. Then for the top of your bag, this piece right here, that's going to measure 3 by 6. So 6, this will be 3 inches. All right. Now for the top flap of our bag, we're going to turn this to the side with that short edge across the top, and we're going to score this at 1 inch. 1 inch, okay? 3 by 6, scored at 1 inch. Now, for the 2 pieces for the sides of our bags, we're going to put these on here, and we're going to score them. Let me move this for you. We're going to score this at 1/4, 1, and oh, this should say 1 3/4, not 1 1/4. That is not right. Should be 1 3. One 3/4. Glad I looked at that. So 1/4, 1, and 1 3/4. Oop, man, I got that one off, didn't I? Here, if you have a hard time getting it on the other side, flip it around and do your other 1/4 inch over here. You're not going to notice it. It's easier that way. So I'm going to do a 1/4 inch from this side at the 1 3/4 inch mark. I need 1 at 1 inch, and then I need a 1/4 inch on the other side, so I'm going to flip it around and just do that little 1/4 inch over here, like that. Okay? Then I'm going to take and turn the piece with the long edge across the top, and I'm going to score this at 4 1/2. 4 1/2. Let's see, do it this way. 4 1/2. All right. So let us take our piece for the top flap. So this was that 3 by 6 inch piece, and we scored it at 1 inch. So with the wider part of this piece on this side, I'm going to round these 2 corners, and these will be the front 2 corners of our bag. So I'm just going to use my detailed punch and round those 2 corners. We'll set that aside. Okay. Now these pieces for the sides of our bag, I'm going to come in with the score line here closest to the bottom edge. I'm going to cut off these 2 side rectangles. So those little teeny 1/4 inch rectangles, I'm going to cut them off like that. And I'm going to cut just a little notch going up, okay? And then, like I said, you're not even going to see this where I messed up that score. It will not matter. So there's that one. And we'll do the same thing on this one. Go up to the score line and then over. Up and over. All right. Now I have all of those trimmed out, so I want to go in and burnish all of my score lines. And I'm not paying attention to which way I'm burnishing them right now. It doesn't matter. You'll see what I mean when we start assembling. So I'm gonna score that. Don't have to worry about this one at the bottom. You can just leave that. We'll do the 2 sides. Now, once I have all of my score lines burnished, I'm going to bring in some tear and tape. Now, you could use liquid glue if you want. I'm doing tear and tape because I don't have to hold it, but if you'd like a little extra time to, you know, move it around in case you need it, use some liquid glue. So I'm going to take some tear and tape, and it's a little bit wider, it looks like, than this little 1/4 inch section, but I'm going to bring it right up to that score line. Like that. And I'm going to do that on both sides. Move that up like so. And then down here below this score line, I'm going to do one up towards that score line and then one close to the bottom. So you have 4 little pieces of your tear and tape on there. So 2 here, 2 here. Okay, we'll set that aside. We'll do the same thing on this one. The one that you, what was I going to say? Oh, the one that you really want to make sure you have adhered well is that flap on the top, because that's going to be opening and closing. So you want to make sure that that's got a good strong adhesive on it. Don't just use your regular adhesive on there. You need something sturdy. All right. This one. There we go. Okay. So now that I have these little pieces adhered, I'm going to, where my 2 pieces of tape are, that's going to be facing up. This score line down the center will be folded back on itself like that. Okay, so you're going to have that V with these 2 little pieces right here. Okay, and then this little piece will be at the bottom. So fold this over and this over, and then fold this middle section back to back. And that's going to just give you that little gusset in there to have extra room to, you know, to use, to fill it up. All right, before I assemble my bag, I added a little piece of designer paper here to coordinate, just to add a little bit more color to the front of my bag. Let's see if I have it going. Here we go. So I need a piece that is, let's do that, 6 by 1. 6 by 1. And this is just going to be for a little decoration. You can put whatever you'd like on there, but I'm just going to use a little piece of that pool party grid on there for a little interest. This will be the back of my bag. This is the front of my bag. I'm going to put this down towards the bottom. There we go. Oops. Not quite. I moved it just as I was putting it down. Try again. There we go. All right. Just like that. Okay. Now, we're going to assemble it with our sides and the gusset on there. So the first thing I want to do is I want to take off the pieces down here on that bottom flap, because these are what's going to hold the bottom to our bag. So you can see on that score line, I'm going to bring that right up to the edge. It's going to fit right in that little section there where we scored. And then give it a press right there. Finish it. I'll do the same thing over here. I think these little purses would be really cute with all sorts of things in them, like for birthdays and for, like I said, for bridal showers and that kind of thing. let's see, bring it over. Trying not to get my head in there. There we go. All right, so now I have those pieces in. So see how our score lines here at the top, see how those two V's are there? These pieces are going to be adhered to the sides of the bag to hold them in place. So I'm going to go in and remove the backing to release the adhesive. Like that. I'll tuck them in. I'm going to bring it over and just line it up with that edge. That. I'll bring my bone folder and just give it a good press, and then we'll do the same thing over here. Like so. Okay. Press with our bone folder, and we'll do the same thing on this side. Isn't this just so cute and so easy? I love this. All right, so bring that, tuck it in, and just glue that, and then the other side. Actually, I don't know if I can do it that way. I can do it this way. I don't work like that. Like so. All right. So that is that. So once you have those on, then you can just kind of squeeze them in and give it that shape that you want, like that. Okay, cute, cute, cute. And then we're going to take our top flap, and this is going to go on the top right here. So I'm going to put my tear and tape, 2 strips of it here. Hi Jean, thanks for sharing. Put these back here. I don't know who created tear and tape, but they're a genius. It's the best. There we go. And then we'll release the adhesive and bring back in our bag back in. Now, I know you're not going to be able to see when I do this, but this is going to go up towards that score line. You're just going to center it up and hope you have it right, especially since you're live. Let's see. No, I don't. It's easier when you don't have to do it on camera, I promise. Oop. There we go. Oh, nope. Scooch. Scooch. All right. Woohoo! There we go. So then it folds straight down like that, okay? So we're going to take our You Warm My Heart. Oh, you know what? I didn't do another sentiment, did I? All right, I'm going to put this one on for you, and then we'll pretend I did it, because I want to show you how I did the magnets, because on this one, you can see it folds flat like that. So when you use these magnets, they are teeny tiny. Hi, Kim. Happy birthday again. You deserve to celebrate. So can you believe that? That's 500 magnets right there. Amazing. So we're going to take some of the magnets, and you just want 2 of them. Did I get 2? I did. Oop. And I'm bringing my glue dots. And I'll put a glue dot on one side. There you go. And I'll put a glue dot on the other side. And the glue dots are bigger than the magnets. If that bugs you, you can smush up your glue dots. More power to you. All right, so I'm going to put one of them here on my circle. And they're stacked together. So the two glue dots are stacked together. Like that. All right. So then squeeze. Put this down towards the bottom. Like that. And I want to measure it, but I'm just going to do it just so you can see. So I'm going to pull this around and I'm just going to press so the glue dot adheres to the bag. It's not going to work because I'm doing it on TV. All right. Fine. Fine, fine, fine. Let's go ahead and glue this guy on. I'll do it the way I normally do it, so put some glue on here. Close this up. Put this on like so. Stick. Where'd you go? Here you are. All right, finicky. So I have one magnet here. I'm going to take a glue dot. As soon as I find one, there we go. I'm going to put it on my circle like that. Give it a press. Then I'll put my other magnet on top. Like that. So they're stuck together. Then I'll put a glue dot on top. Like that. And to close. Like that. They are small, Jean, let me tell you. Oh, come on. Why does it work when I do it by myself? Just so you get the glue dot so you know where you want the other one. That's what you really care about. Do as I say, not as I do. Hot Mess Express. Hold on. Come here. You keep flipping. Stick. Stay there. You stick. Stay there. This really isn't hard, I swear to you. If it were hard, there's no way I would have figured it out. Alright. There we go. Hallelujah, praise the Lord. So that's how you do it. You put your magnets on, find out where your glue dot needs to go, so then it will hold when you close. It'll catch. Okay, like that. And then you can get your cards and your envelopes, and they fit in your little purse, like so. You could probably get 4 of them in there, easy, like that. And close. Ta-da! There you have it. All right. Oh, hey, Cindy. Welcome, welcome. It's good to have you here. So I just finished making this little purse and a card for thank you notes for after the holidays. I thought they'd be kind of cute. So the little purse and the card, the measurements will be posted. Look, I just pulled it off. Lord have mercy. I'll figure it out. You might want to put a little hot glue on there. You never know. But anyway, I'll have the measurements on there for you. Don't forget to check that out. If there's anything you need, unless you expedite, you're not going to get them before Christmas. But that's totally doable if there's something you absolutely need. If you would like to get Stampin' Up! For Christmas, you can give my information to your loved ones, and I will be your shopping Santa, and I can make sure to shop with gift certificates. They can buy gift certificates for you, and I'd be happy to help out with that. So be sure to message me or give them my info if you would like to get a gift certificate for Christmas or stuff you're going to love to use. All right. Anything you need, suitably stamped.stampinup.net. As always, you are going to get the free tutorial bundle for this month. Only a few more days to get that one, and it's a really good one. So, not that they aren't good, but it is a really good one. So check it out. Oh, you can. You totally can, Cindy. We're just happy you're here. All right. So that is it. We have one more before Christmas. So woohoo. So check out the projects on my YouTube channel at Suitably Stamped, and we will be making some more fun things this week. All right. Okay. I think that's it. Have a wonderful week ahead, and until I see you again, stay safe, stay well, and God bless. Good night.